Uh, Madrid won, Betis won after a Bellerin equalizer in the 94th minute, the last minute of stoppage time. For Madrid to drop points and go 8 points behind Barca, with Barca having a game at hand. And as a Madrid fan, I can't be happier. The season's over. It's been over. Barca won the league two weeks ago. They all but have their hand on the trophy. We got eliminated from the Champions League quarterfinals again, back-to-back years. And I don't want to see the end of the season, Madrid getting pointless wins, because I don't think that's going to help the club, especially for this summer. I think what will help the club more than anything is to continue to lose and to continue to lose and drop points, because we already have Champions League solidified, but there's nothing else we're competing for except Mbappe with the Pichichi, which I'll get to that a little bit later. But I would be lying if I told you I wasn't smiling when Betis leveled it in the 94th minute. Because one, I smiled with joy, and two, I smiled with like, oh, here we go again. Like, it's too much to ask for to get a win. And I smiled because I knew I wouldn't be let down from the disappointment that this club is. Let's talk a little bit about the game. As far as the Betis side goes, I'm looking at some of their ratings right now. 7.9 for the goalkeeper, a couple saves, but really I think that Madrid just lacks finishing right now. Antony was lively all game, and for me, he's probably the man of the match, both sides. He fought tooth and nail to the very end. The reason they equalized was because of his effort right at that last possession. And he was lively all game, trying, making things happen. And Bellerin, he just probably shouldn't have been a goal. I think there was 4 or 5 Madrid players in front of them, and Rudiger was laying down for some reason. This whole Rudiger gimmick with clearing the ball 4 feet out of the box and falling every time he does it. He looked so elite in 2023 and 24 because he was saved multiple times by Courtois when he was healthy, Lunin when he was having an insane season, and just the chemistry from the Madrid team around them. So, to me, Rudiger, I know he just extended his contract, but wildly overrated. And I wish Militao wasn't so injury prone, because I don't know what you're doing with that clearance in the box. And then, some of the stats here I'm reading, we had 0.8 or 0.08, sorry, more expected XGs than Betis, and that just can't happen. Betis had more shots. We had more on target, but we had one big chance. They controlled possession. Honestly, they controlled most of the game. It may have felt like Madrid did in that first half, but since Mbappe's been back, and I'm going to address the whole Mbappe situation. Since Mbappe's been back since that knee injury, it seems like he just can't finish anymore. Like, I saw a stat the other day saying 40-something shots and 1 or 2 scored, something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but those 2 legs over the Bayern Munich Champions League draw, this game, last game, it's just so many shots. And to me, is he becoming overrated? With this finishing ability, ever since Xabi Alonso got sacked, he's been so inconsistent, and his form has dipped heavily. And last game he was standing on the touchline for the last 5 minutes of the game and left as soon as the final whistle was blown. He didn't stand to clap the fans. He didn't want to hear all the whistles. Keep in mind, this was right after he had made that apology post on social media saying that we'll be back and we're going to win, and we're going to win very soon. He talks about being too competitive. Sometimes in life maybe I'm too competitive. He doesn't seem to have any passion, if you ask me. He doesn't seem to have any competitiveness. If you go back and watch this game back, he is standing around 90% of the time 5% of the time he's jogging when he thinks he maybe has a chance, and then 5% of the time he's sprinting when it only concerns himself. I'm not an Mbappe hater because I'm going to get to the other players as well, but if you go back just the last couple of Vinicius Jr.'s goal, when Mbappe is on the field, he doesn't celebrate. Matter of fact, he doesn't celebrate with any of his teammates whenever they score a goal. He'll give them the whole high five, dap, hug thing like any teammate does to any teammate, but there's no excitement, there's no passion behind any of their goals. And if you watch a player like Bellingham, it doesn't matter who scores. He's excited, he's hype. Or Vinny, which I've noticed, is excited for almost anyone who scores except Mbappe. And when Vinny scored today, good goal, I think it was odd because, you know, it was a rebound off of Valverde's shot. He puts it in with his weak foot. Good goal. Mbappe just stands there. You know, I think there's a huge lack of motivation and drive right now, considering that every competition Real Madrid are in, they're not capable of winning. I guess they're out of every competition now. You know what I mean? But yeah, so Mbappe, I don't know what's going on. I think he is concerned about the Pichichi, and that's it. So when he's not scoring, it's visible. And when he's not playing good, it's visible. He did go down with another hamstring strain, which is odd because that's what Lamine Yamal and Eder Militao both experienced last week. They're gonna and Arda Güler on top of that. They're both out for the rest. They're all out for the rest of the season. I believe that's Rafinha's injury. So it's odd that this is all happening so fast. Same injury. It's really weird to me. But I mean, Vinny, he was, you know, active today. I think he played a better game than Mbappe. He pressed more. He ran more active. To me, Bellingham is the best player for Madrid today. And is most of the time when he plays. He never quits. He's always running. Always, you know, trying to create. I mean, he was hungry for a goal today. It was unfortunate he didn't score. Pre-match, I thought he'd score and I thought Madrid would win. Obviously, that's, I guess, too much to expect. But, you know, he's lively, and I'm happy that he's healthy. Valverde and him make a good partnership in the midfield, and I just hope that he stays healthy the rest of the season and into the World Cup. But on the other hand, Thiago Petach, ever since we lost the Champions League, and there's been rumors about Arbeloa not renewing his contract and being sacked at the end of the season, he has been heavy on substituting his youth players. I mean, Manuel, you know, Angel got subbed in the 82nd minute. Gonzalo Garcia played for the first time since his hat trick against Betis. Camavinga, he's obviously trying to ease him back into it. But I think that there's a lot of things to be said. I hope that this loss does something for Madrid, or this draw, pretty much a loss. You know, 8 points behind Barca with the game in hand. And I'm seeing things about like, oh, title decider, Barca versus Madrid later in the season. No, it's already decided. Lamine Yamal, Rafinha could be out for the rest of the season. It doesn't matter. Barca have the league title already. And I don't think Alvaro Arbeloa is going to be staying this season. I think that's some of the reason that he's trying to heavily rotate that youth academy and that youth squad that he had. But I'm disappointed that the season has turned out the way it is, but I am pleasantly surprised how happy I am today with Madrid's draw, because when I see the players with the lack of desire and the lack of passion, it frustrates me. And for them to escape with a win would have been disappointing. So seeing them lose and it may be triggering something in Perez to make a big summer money move or moves is huge to me. So I really want to see something change this summer and because I know we're out of every competition the rest of the year, the more losses or the more draws, the better. We're not going to drop out of Champions League spot, and everyone needs to know, the players, the board, the president, everyone needs to know that this team is not good enough. It's not a injury issue. Like, Perez thinks that this squad is capable, but it was an injury and they were unlucky. There's no chemistry. They don't coerce together, and I hope that this is the first of a wake up call to Perez on what needs to change. So that's all I got. If you are seeing this, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and yeah, that'll be it.